Hello, this is part 3. So this one is going to be about reaching the promised land. This is going to be about aspects of understanding how we are not necessarily in all one concept, how everything I've spoken about can be a degradation of a state, and also how what I've said in this can all encompass itself, understand how we can have a control and overarching factor, and my expressions are to underpin those, right? And it's for a reason, as always. I am Royal Archangel Gabriella, okay? And the reason why I am Royal Archangel Gabriella is because I have a 2.5 Family Hot Moon, and I also have it conjunct my North Node. I am a teacher. I am a North Node 5th house. I am a teacher. And this is how I can bring to you and understand the aspect of awareness, how religion can take a fall within society, how it can be used against us. Because I have Chiron in the 9th house, which is pertaining to aspects of religion, spirituality, higher learning, and also travel. So altogether, it will encompass all these underpinnings, and I'll bring it to you as an aspect of understanding and awareness because it's retrograde. Why? How can I do this? Because Chiron is retrograde. I pass my exams. I pass my underpinnings in society that try to stop me. I might look chubby right now, but it's just my camera. It doesn't matter to me because I'm going to keep going. So there's different fractions in society that can hinder us from an ego perspective, but I lost all that because this is how I learnt my lessons. So I wasn't cradled as much as you might think I was. Just because you see me, you might see my beauty and go, she was cradled. She was cradled. No, I wasn't. I cradled myself. So get that right. So carry on talking crap about me, talking shit. But the reality stands, and it always will, is that Gemma cradled herself. Every obstacle, every equation, every life that put her through, she did it all by herself. There might have been people in her fractions within our realm that gave her forms of comfort, but there was always an overarching factor as an archonic energy ruling. And there's a reason. Because what I'm going to do now. Are you ready? So we're 3 minutes in. Good enough for me. So in this one, I want to talk about how we can understand an aspect of the rise to the promised land, and then bring in how we can do this. This is my natural hair, by the way. I need to wash it. I'm Caucasian, so I need to wash it. As I can tell. Right, so that you can tell I'm Caucasian, and then I need to wash my hair because it's fluffy, right? So in this one, I want to get down to understanding how we can rise to a promised land concept. Then we understand the fractions and how it interplays within this society right now, and how it doesn't cradle us and it breaks our trees. How we can rise through the concept of understanding who we are, what we had, to take it down to the next generations, because they're going to lack severely due to the condition that's going to take place through a deontological perspective, because they smashed the Hierophant tree. How do they smash the Hierophant tree? Well, they weakened it over time, and then this was how they broke the family archetypal energy. The nuclear, it's interesting, nuke it, Get it? So it shouldn't even be called that. It could be a traditional family tree. Let's call it a traditional family tree, shall we? From now on. Because I don't like the nuclear, because it's bullshit. Let's call it a traditional family tree, which is a mum, a dad, and the children. So they broke through understanding conditioning and values through the sociological underpinnings, which is a sociological concept of what I just said. So we're going to get rid of that and we're going to call it a traditional family. And it's simple, right? This is how they conditioned an academic realm of logic to push through down to the masses, okay, an understanding that a nuclear family is a nuke. What's a nuclear? We always say nuclear bomb, nuclear no, yeah, whatever. Let it go. Right? So this is the first one that I want to underpin, is that they systematically processed an underpinning of breaking down the tree, the Hierophant side, okay, which you could only probably access this through seminars or like Jewish doctrines and stuff like this, right? This is why all these dudes are out there. Some of the older ones are better, they know, the older dudes. That's the reason, because they're dads and they stuck by their wives and they did their work and they did their thing, right? They're the strong ones because they understood the mission. Understood the mission, right? So let's get into this. This side is the masculine pillar, and it got bust up through a societal underpinning of sociological research and endeavours that failed to adjudicate a system to create a tree of life. So they broke down the fractions, and in psychology, this side, got sociology, psychology, brain, intellect, what you see observe outside of you, what you see observe inside of you. They saw the nuclear family, the fallacy, within a UK system of sociological underpinning through academic research. This side, they saw it as a psychological underpinning of teaching the masses that it was okay for Sigmund Freud, like I think it's like 1916. You gotta think, 1916, that it was okay to understand an attachment theory in such a way where it was socially acceptable to the masses. They left it as a baseline for this kind of energy. They left it as a baseline. So understanding aspects of academia through society, let's bring this back into this understanding equation of awareness, understanding knowledges. They used nuclear family to destroy that pillar. Nuke family, nuke family, nuke the family. I don't know if you get it, linguistics. Let's get into this. They did it this side. Sigmund Freud's theory of attachment. It's okay to have a child who sits there and cradles their parents in an aspect of understanding that it's okay to be like that kind of energy. So what they're doing is they're hitting the child here. So they're hitting the child's love for their father, nuke family, and then they're going here and they're hitting the child at a psychological concept, saying feels, attacking their feels. It might be spiritual. I'm going to just say it's archonic, maybe in nature. Attacking the feels and then smashing the tree of the mother. You understand that? I hope you're getting this. So it distanced the mother from the children, and then it distanced the father, smashes art, to the children. Let me get with this. Stop them from having a relationship with their children. So let's get into this a little bit more. I'm going to talk about the yellow brick road. Yellow brick road to an I know energy. I do, I know. This is a Jesus archetype energy, but it's actually not. It's a Moses. Because Moses is the one that separate. I think it was Moses separated. I don't know. But his dude was with him. Moses and Jesus were together doing this, right? So, why is this? What's going on here? Because I spoke about this in my last one, saying, oh yeah, it's not society, blah, blah, blah. Not in a religious underpinning, but they create a narrative, engage and understand aspects and awareness in this realm. It's contemporary society. Come on, get with it. So, we have Jesus and Moses. I think his buddy was with him, and he separated to sea, and then they rose. But they didn't rise up that stream. They rose together down that one, right? Did they rise together on that one, or did they rise together up that one? It's an aspect of being fearful of their energies, where they are going. Where are they going? We don't know. So an aspect of uncertainty. Not necessarily an aspect of Darth energy, just an aspect of uncertainty, okay? So you can rise in a high priestess energy, go to a high priestess energy, ask her, oh, what's happening? She can tell you or not, depending on what kind of woman she is, right? Or what she's been downloaded at the time, because she can get like other downloads overarching them going, don't help her, don't help her. And that's absolute crap, because why wouldn't you help somebody in society? You've got to understand what type of message are these people bringing. You have to understand what type of overarching factors these people being influenced by initially to stop them from rising with their truth. Rising. This is how you get chariots who fall down just to an I do energy, because you might just be a yes man or a yes woman. And it depends what kind of woman you are or what kind of person you are. I'm not attacking you. I'm not saying that you're a bad woman or a bad person for this. I'm just saying I'm bringing the truth, right? I'm breaking this down. So you can rise these energies. You might be a hierophant there all day long, understanding aspects of awareness, knowledge. But are you going to rise that woman? No, you're just going to show her. It's not with love. Is that with love? Bring it, right? How do you rise your queen? Well, you don't put her in fear, because then you back down here again. Back down here. Put her in fear at all, back down here again. Tell her she's bad, gone, back down here again. Tell her she ain't good enough, back down here again. You didn't do it with love. I feel you, I do not understand you, or crown down, back to mercy, I do not understand you. There we are. So this can pertain to aspects of relationships, understanding that if you rise, the chariot might collapse, because this is the chariot energy as well. Because I think it says the chariot collapsed in the doctrine. They call this the Hierophant energy. Oh no, the High Priest energy, sorry, this is Hierophant. This is High Priest energy, which is interesting because the High Priest energy is the one who doesn't say anything. She's not allowed. She sits there with her pomegranates, Persephone, and doesn't say anything. Well, I would argue that it might be the other way around. Well, it should be. Because a high priestess, an empress, should sit with a hierophant. Shouldn't they? This is why it collapses. Because they break in an aspect of Darth. So they don't rise their queen. So this is why it always fails. This is why it will never work and understand aspects of a nuclear family, right? So let's get back into understanding that why is all this happening to these people? Why does this happen to these people? And it's literally because, I need to end this out. It's because the functions of society are set up to dismantle the family under this underpinning. They looked at it, they must have looked at this now and gone, how can we destroy this? Because you gotta think, we all go back to these underpinnings. All of us down here, the blades of grass, and then you got the ones that are risen a little bit higher. You think they don't know this? If they don't, then they need to get with it, don't they? They need to cradle what was once lost. And the reality is why? Because we're following a yellow brick road. We all do it. And you're going to come into a realm in reality where you are a baby and vulnerable. You will have nothing. Do you understand? When somebody sits there, is an adult, fully grown human being, acquires all the knowledge, information, awareness, understanding, and then you push on to an aspect of you will have nothing, it's because you see your own. You see your own truth. You will have nothing. That is the truth. Right? So you're telling somebody who is, if you're telling an old man who's sitting there, like, as an aspect of what's happening, there's an old man sitting there and chatting, he's like, oh, you're not gonna have nothing. You're like, I'm a 35-year-old woman. You're not gonna have nothing. Well, obviously, I've got a couple more years left, babe. What are you telling me that for? Oh, because you're not gonna have nothing. Because you're nearly dead, and you're gonna fall back through on a vulnerable stream. I'm being honest, and let's hope to God, not for my sake, but for yours, that you have a good mum. And you don't suffer lifetimes of misery. So I'm telling you now. You don't fall for a good mum, I'm telling you now. A mum like me, I'm telling you now. What if I chose not to bear a child ever again, but you were supposed to come through me, and in the end you went through somebody else that was fighting in a war zone? But you chose to fight me instead. What kind of world do you think that this is? Old man in a suit. Or a Sigmund Freud. You know? So we can go back to the analogy of a Jesus rising everybody. Not that way, but this way. Because Jesus rised everybody because he wanted what? Well, he was taking himself first, wasn't he? It's an aspect of understanding he's a significant factor. He could have been a politician for all you not knew. Could have been a politician. A good man who wanted to proceed in a truth. But you didn't let him. You didn't let him because you didn't let him rise his people. Alright, so up there. Because you see that kid, the baby that you're going to become when you die. Talk to the old man in the suit. If you, as an analogy, but if you become the old baby, I mean, if you die and then that baby is you would have evoked that bloke, took those people up from I do energies to fight between those, and then come together with love and then rise. Because let me tell you now, you're down here again. You just reached kingdom. So let's understand this concept. Let's bring it in for the masses, for the high court systems, for all of you lot, for all of you, because you're all old and grey now. When you're sitting there passing judgment on all these little kids, what do you think is going to happen to you? Do you think there's going to be an aspect of freedom when there's going to be no mother to bear you, and you put all these kids in these positions they shouldn't be in, away from their mothers? Do you think that's going to happen to you? It's going to happen to you, mate. My name is Gemma Haley. I am an advanced cultist. I'm Raw Light Angel Gabriella, and I'm here to bring you wisdom, awareness, knowledge, and understanding to the planes. And because I love you and I want you to rise, and in an aspect of love, take care. And for my children, I love you so much, and I always hope you have an aspect of peace within your heart, and I bring that to you right now. I love you so much. My children, I birthed out my body.